Well, you want to know what the weather is like in Virginia? Just wait 10 minutes and it will be different. Yesterday, the kids for Mother's Day were playing in the splash pad in the pool, and it was probably pushing 90 degrees. Today, it's in the 50s. It is windy and it is raining. Just got enough of the rain to calm down to come outside. Mike's been out here almost all morning dealing with it. David has been out here all morning, moving vehicles around, getting ones prepped people have asked about. I'm getting ready to test drive this Ram that we've had a couple people inquire about with questions. And then the yellow Jeep, which was right there. I guess David moved it again. I've got to get some videos taken. Even though it's one of the least expensive, yep, it's over there under the carport. Excellent. Even though it's one of the least expensive vehicles we have, people still want to know. Questions are, what's the seat like? What's the tire date codes? Does it start? How's the motor sound? Does it have any noises? What's the top condition? So, those are things we just have to answer. And on a day like today, it's not that great, but we're going to get it done. So I hope everybody had a good Mother's Day. We did. Mother's Day is always a little tough time around our household, and we do the best, or I do the best, to try to make it really special. So obviously, most know it would have been a much more special Mother's Day because we would have had a little newborn that would only be a few months old at this point that we lost, and that's been hard on all of us. And then Tabitha, she lost her sister the day before Mother's Day in a car accident many years ago. So those are things that are really hard on her. So Mother's Day, though, should be more of a special day. Sometimes isn't. As great as it should be. So we'll jump in this wrecker here. I'm going to fire her up cold so I can send some videos to this customer. If the battery's not dead, oh, we're in good shape. Don't have to walk back for a jump box. That's good news. We're going to take this thing for a quick spin. In the case of things don't go as planned, got the roll bag out, window sticker on the windshield, just like those. Wiper blade hit it, knocked the wiper blade off, and bent it. So now we headed to the parts store. Not in that, unfortunately, because can't drive with no wipers because it's raining too much. But I do want you guys to see the experiment truck real quick. Just finally got all the paperwork, everything good to go, and this truck's going to be up for sale. Alvin got it rinsed off Friday or Saturday. Looks really good. It's an 8-inch kit. A little different than our normal look because it doesn't have the short, fat, wide tires. 38s on 12 wide, Mickey Thompson's. 38 1550 boggers. 8-inch kit, does have the steering, does have the track bar, does have the redhead steering box. All the goodies. Proper replacement front drive shaft. I want you guys to see the stance of this truck more than anything, because not everybody likes that wide, swole out look that we normally do. So this is a much more conservative look. It does show you that 38s will fit. Now I'll tell you, this bogger will catch that fender at some point, front or back, and it's going to do a little damage to it. But if you're cautious with your driving, see the drive shaft there and the greasable shackles, the greasable shackle bolt. This is a good setup. 37s would be ideal, but 38s do work. And if you don't want that hanging out real wide, you could also put these on a 10-inch wide wheel, and it would really not hang out at all. That's a great stance. If you guys haven't followed the story of this truck, we ought to put like a story together for each of these. Lots of videos on this one, from when it came in, to the refurbishment of the stuff we did, to the previous owner purchasing it, which is an excellent customer of ours, to it coming back and selling to another good customer of ours, doing this combination to it, and now being available again. And we call it the experiment because the first customer purchased this not knowing exactly what he wanted to buy in the world of a square body, but knew he wanted a square body from us, and this served the purpose. It checked all the boxes. It operated good. It's an air conditioned and functioning, a very oddly ordered truck. It even had the proper square body smell. For those that know, you'll understand what that means. Probably an odd statement, but for those that know, will understand. So we'll jump in this Ram, move it out of the way, get a wiper blade on it, and go for a test drive. All right, we had to run out to appraise this Toyota Tacoma. Really thankful that we've got some honest dealers that we get vehicles from, because looking at this one in the rain, I'm chuckling because what I'm getting ready to show you guys. Good looking Toyota, right? Now this one will be for sale. It's a crew cab. It'll be a nice little runaround truck. Looks good, right? Well, unfortunately, the paint is shot. The paint on the hood and the paint on the roof is shot. You would not know it on a rainy day like today, though. So, really glad he was honest with me and told me that. I would have run my hand across it and noticed it, but could have overlooked it. We'll probably take that off. Probably gonna need a set of tires. Might even do a little leveling kit. This might be a good truck for a tire and wheel, but neat little Toyota. So if you're ever looking at a dark colored vehicle in the rain, don't forget, you might have a paint issue. Out of the weather, this particular bucket truck ended up with an issue that has never happened before. Mike actually been operating the boom, but just goes to show you can see how fresh this bucket truck is. But anyway, they're getting it figured out. Things do happen, things do break. Find out exactly what's going on here shortly. Got the slingshot inside. I think that ended up needing a new battery. It also just got inspected. And then I had one of my customers ask about the Argo and how the tracks come off. And I wanted to show this in a video in the past anyway, because we've had a couple different styles. Like we've got these tracks over here that go to, if anybody has a Polaris and you want a set of tracks, I don't think we'll be putting these back on our Polaris. So they're available. But these are different. Those are, the whole track is one piece. On these, to make them easy to go on and off, and it really is easy, the one we had before this actually had a little clamp, and it had like 3 bolts through here. This one, just pull the pin, slide it out, then you drive onto the track, or you drive out of the tracks basically. But then when you go to put them back on, you just lay them out flat, drive right in the middle, because these are still tires. So that was, I guess, why I wanted to make a video before. People thought it was tracks only. It is not tracks only. The tires are what floats, the tires are what paddles, and the tires on this one are in excellent shape. The tracks just stay in there with these little lips, and it makes it a track vehicle. Now, a track vehicle, say like a skid steer, or a track vehicle such as, that's why I wanted to use these again. Now I remember the whole reason for this. If you take the track off this, you have nothing. This is like a bulldozer or a skid steer. You have nothing to ride on at that point, because this part is what hooks to your hub. So that's going to be sitting there spinning. This stuff's going to be on the ground doing nothing. These are just idlers. That's the main cog that makes everything work. So anyway, cool feature on these is to have the add-on tracks, because you got the best of both worlds. Now, I was telling him, this works really good. We were talking about these items this weekend. There's a finishing mower, another one. So we have 4 complete TerraPros and 1 just TerraPro with no rig on the back. We can definitely do some family games of grass cutting races or something. I probably shouldn't say races with grass cutting, but both features, tracks and tires. This one does not do good. We put it in the water with the tracks. When it goes to floating, it does not move real well, because they're not paddling as good as the tires do. But in the swampy stuff and the mucky stuff, these are amazing. Look how much surface grip it has compared to the tire. Almost twice probably the surface grip. So for swamps and muddy mess and mucky stuff, they're great. Take them off, and then you can go in your pond And I think all the pictures and everything else, just like usual, we did things backwards. We had not washed it or cleaned it, but this thing is nice. It is a clean unit. All the upholstery's in good shape. Most of the time, these things are really beat up. This is a 2013 model with very low hours, and it's a 750 HDI 8x8. So pretty cool. Been wanting to do that video, so I'm glad I got over here to do it. And here's another track machine. This is their track robot repo machine, which I need to tell Mike, make sure he's got on Facebook, because as far as I know, it is currently the only one for sale, and it's one of only a few in the country. But that's the track repo machine. There's the power hub right there that powers everything, making it work. It also is great in off-level and mucky situations. That's just a bed liner sitting on top of it with a bunch of trash in it that should be thrown away. That's not trash. That's a pretty cool little upper fork system for a triple tree for a three-wheeler. What else we got here? Mostly the rest of it's trash. Getting all of our skates put up. Got our rack here. Things are actually really getting organized pretty good. Chains. That's a bunch of totes we got to unload. Actually, things are going pretty good. Getting all our stuff organized in one spot. Still a bunch of water sports equipment. We get that stuff off those shelves, we really have some space. And then we'll get these segways out. Hopefully the batteries will come back to life. We need to get the segways out and get those fired up. Electric batteries do not like sitting for too long of a period of time. And this is our charging system for those forklifts out back. Huh. Did not know that was going to require to be wired up. All right. Well, we'll get that figured up, because those electric forklifts got to be charged or they're not going to be any good. We've officially got a forklift in each facility now, which is nice. That way we don't have to continue to move them around across the street and all that. And it's still raining, in case anybody wanted the forecast for Virginia. We still got rain. If it keeps on raining, we'll take this boat for a ride today. Well, forgot I had to come in this building and look for a set of adapters that we're searching for, but have just about decided we're going to change the tire and wheel combo on this truck. So if anybody is looking for something for their show truck or whatever, street truck, 49 IROCs, actual true weld wheels that have been cut and polished. And you can see the tread is 100%, no wear and tear. We'll put this package up for sale. And might as well put a price, because all y'all gonna ask, $4,500 for the whole combo. Mounted and ready to go. I don't know how that deal stacks up, but I gotta think these tires are over $1,000 a piece, and the wheels are, if you can get them, I don't think you can get that style anymore, because that's the original early design of weld. They're probably $600-800 a piece. So should be a fairly fair deal for somebody for brand new stuff. And we're going to, well, not we, me and AJ are going to look at the website to see if there's any way we can put any of this other stuff on there so you guys can see it, because we need to get rid of it. Nobody better I'd like to sell it to than our followers, because they are good deals. I hate dealing with Facebook, but we have to do it sometimes. But it drives me up a wall. There's actually another combination of the exact tire and wheel. These have never been driven on. We've driven on those just around here, 10 miles. Those have never been driven on. Also, the old school 20s, just a different design 20. Those are virgin, never been cut and polished. Probably similar money on those two. Don't really want to sell both sets, but if somebody wants one set or the other, we could let those go. And then somebody's got a Jeep Cherokee. That is an OE set with the center caps that are always gone. Why are the center caps always gone? Because they hung out further than the wheel. See that? and they got knocked off. So those are right darn hard to come by. With a full tread set of Goodyear Wranglers, which would have been the OE looking tire for the Wagoneer. So we got all 4 of them. The front is open center caps. No, it's not. Closed. I guess they had auto locking hub. So all 4 of these, surprise, surprise, have the proper center caps. And there's a lot of companies that do what we do with square bodies with Cherokee Grand Wagoneers. If I said Cherokees along the way, guys, I apologize. It's been a long day so far. Wagoneer wheels and tires. There's places that do what we do with square bodies with Wagoneers, and there is a nice OE set of wheels. Land Rover, nobody needs Land Rover wheels and tires. Well, that's about it, guys. You can hear the rain is pounding on the roof. I also wanted to make sure that we did not have any leaks because we just had the roof resealed over here. And I think we are good to go. Crazy what a little bit of effort does. DOT 2.5 ton wheel and tire package. That's for a brown mega truck, Kryptonite. And I do not see the adapters I'm looking for, so we'll get out of here. We'll call it a day, guys. Thanks for everything. Trista is in the office. Happy to have her pop in here. She had to do a test this morning. Now she is here. And we are going to get things back to summer schedule. Hopefully we'll get back to summer weather. And we'll get rocking here really soon, getting far more organized. I think we got a transporter lined up for that record ahead out west too. So everything's rolling good. Thanks a lot.